Mga kaibigan, mga kapipidi, mga ka-wrestling at mga ka-podcast, gusto niyo bang malaman kung paano kami nakikipag-collab sa mga brands in the MT Show podcast? We use Podmetrics, the easiest way to monetize your podcast. If meron kang podcast, sign up now at podmetrics.co and use my code DMTGShowPod to get full control on how you monetize your show regarding of its size. Again, sign up now at podmetrics.co and use my code DMTGShowPod. If you're an advertiser who wants to collab with us, head on over to advertiser.podmetrics.co and fill up the form. Again, Podmetrics, the easiest way to monetize your podcast. Welcome to your unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. This is the MTG Show Podcast. Hey, it's Friday and you know what that means. Welcome to your unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. And soon, wait. Ayoko mo nang sabihin yon. Basta, soon, abangan nyo na lang next week. Basta, marami tayong pasabog for next week and this is the MTG Show Podcast. So, ba't ko nga ba sinabi yung end soon? Kasi number one, meron na tayong network. Pero I don't want to spill everything. Abangan nyo na lang in the future if alam na natin yung tamang panahon about that plans, network man yan, o new format man yan, o new name man yan. May tamang panahon sa lahat ng bagay. So, malalaman nyo rin yan next week. Kung next week man yan o this week man yan, abangan nyo na lang next week. Basta yun. So, welcome to the show. Andito pa rin tayo for the episode number 40. And syempre, yun na nga. Welcome to the MT Show Podcast. And bubungad na naman ako sa inyo ng pangungulit. So, please use my Shopee links if you want to shop on your favorite shops, especially Shopee nga, na kakatapos lang ng 3-3 on the day na i-release natin itong episode. So, 3-3 is basically over, but hanggang 4-4 pa yung mega shopping sale. Standby for announcements na lang, and kung bibili ka na ngayon sa Shopee, please use my links. So that's tinyurl.com/tmtgspx Shopee PH2. Again, that's tinyurl.com/tmtgspx Shopee PH2. So, di na ako papatagal-tagal pa. Ang ating headliner for this week's episode is the obvious one na nangyari last Tuesday night Manila time. So, that's Bobby Lashley walks out of Monday Night Raw as the new WWE champion. So, di na ako nasurpresa sa outcome nito. Di na ako nagulat sa kung paano nila dinicide na gawin transitional champion si Miz. Hindi na ako nasurpresa na they're going to do that stuff. Pero, wala eh. They did that already. And, at least ngayon, nasa era na tayo ng The Hurt Business. Na all belts, actually, that's all belts. And, ang sinisiguro ko lang din naman, na sa Fastlane, baka may rematch. Pero sa WrestleMania, pwede ako mag-assume na Lashley will defend the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre one-on-one. Hindi Brock Lesnar kasi daming may gusto kay Brock dito. Pero, no. So, ang story nga pala nitong Lashley versus si Miz is nagkaroon ng ultimatum si Lashley last week na i-defend ni Miz yung championship sa second hour ng Raw last week. And then, ayun nga, nagtatakbo nga si Miz. So ang nangyari nga is na-move siya for this week's Raw. So, basically, for this week's Raw, ganun din na nangyari. Second hour ng Raw, first hour ng Raw, nagtatakbo lang si Miz. So ang nangyari nga is, doon sa third hour, sa main event, siniguro ni Shane McMahon at ni Adam Pearce na hindi na makakatakbo si The Miz kay Bobby Lashley. So, nilagyan na yung lumberjacks, yung ringside, and then, boom! Domination by Bobby Lashley. Well-deserved. Pero dapat 2007 pa naging champion si Lashley sa E. If you're going to ask me, baro wala. Wala tayong magagawa about that. So, ayun, well-deserved victory for Bobby Lashley. And, bago nga pala tayo magpatuloy, meron lang akong balita na nakarating sa akin just 1 hour before this recording. So, Jim Crockett Jr. of NWA, former NWA owner, passed away earlier, exactly 1 hour before the recording of this episode. So, may rest in peace, sir. Yung mga naging ambag mo sa NWA, sana magamit pa ng mga talents ng NWA. And may rest in peace. My condolences. So, yun, let's move on to our Monday Night Raw review na dapat di ko na ginawa kasi medyo di naman entertaining tong Raw na to. So, basically, Charlotte wants a title opportunity at WrestleMania against Asuka. Pero, instead, ang lumabas nga ay si Shayna Baszler and si Nia Jax. And obviously, typical Charlotte beats Shayna Baszler. And hindi na ako nagulat doon sa outcome ng match. Hindi na rin ako nagulat doon sa mga nangyari on that match. And baka nga WrestleMania makakuha tayo ng Charlotte versus Asuka. But on this time, Asuka will walk out as the champion and maybe baka nga mag-heel turn pa si Asuka. Then she will take out Charlotte player. At least nakakita tayo ng ibang side kay Asuka. And medyo, yun, nakikita ko yung sense na pwede mag-turn si Asuka anytime. So, and then, meron pa tayo isang dadagdag dito. If I'm not mistaken, nangyari din yung, wait, nakalimutan ko. Retribution versus New Day ata, if I'm not mistaken. Retribution versus, wait lang, Matt Riddle and The Lucha House Party, hindi pala New Day. New Day kasi lagi nasa isip ko pag nasabi ko yung Retribution na to. Sorry. Pero ang nangyari nga kasi on this week's episode of The Raw, talunan lagi ang Retribution. And then pag si Mustafa Ali ang nagko-compete, nananalo siya. Oo, pero pag yung Retribution na magkakasama or wala si Mustafa Ali, talo lagi. I don't know what's the trick. I don't know what's the catch for this one. Pero I think maglilid talaga to sa isang WrestleMania match between The New Day or Kofi lang or sino man yun, ka-feud ngayon ng Retribution versus Mustafa Ali. One-on-one or tag team maybe. Pero as far as I'm concerned, parang ganun yung possible na mangyari doon sa match na yun, if they're going to push that thing at WrestleMania. So, yun, wala na naman special sa Raw this week. So, let's move on to New Japan's Castle Attack and doon sa New Beginning sa US na hindi ko pa nabibigyan ng review and of course, rating. So, basically, nanonood ako ng Castle Attack, but hindi ko nabibigyan ng puntos o points lahat ng matches. Ang bibigyan ko na lang ng punto dito, I think, is yung main event ng Night 1 and Night 2. And then yung sa Junior Heavyweight title. So, Night 1, yun, ang main event nun is Evil versus Okada. And then, I think if I'm not mistaken, yun dapat ang co-main event. Pero ang main event dapat is ang Junior Heavyweight title. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. Pero, maganda naman yung Okada versus Evil na yun. Pero, ang naging isang problema lang sa akin, kaya di ko nabibigyan ng rating tong Okada versus Evil, is medyo ang slow pace sa akin. Parang slow masyado noong galaw nila for this one. Typical boring Evil plus distractions. Yun. Sinira niyan yung yung reason ko to rate this match. And I think mas nag-look forward ako tuloy sa match ni Ishii tsaka ni Jay White during the Night 1. Tsaka yung sa Texas strap match nila Yano and ni Chase Owens. Yun, mga fun matches noong sa Night 1. And then sa Night 2 naman is ang main event noon is Tetsuya Naito versus Kota Ibushi for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. And dito na rin yung final time na dinefend ang IWGP Intercontinental Championship individually. Ayun nga, si Ibushi ngayon nanalo. Pero, ewan ko, opinion ko lang to. Mas maganda yung naging match ni Naito tsaka ni Ibushi doon sa Wrestle Kingdom noong January. I don't know why, pero yun na lang naging tingin ko for that match. Mas maganda lang siguro yung sa Wrestle Kingdom this year kaysa doon sa nangyari sa Castle Attack. And then, yung isa sa mga co-main event ng Wrestle Kingdom tuloy, ng Castle Attack na to is yung triple threat match for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. So that's El Desperado, si ELP, at saka si Bushi. So, maganda yung perspective sa akin ng match. Sobrang, alam mo na, entertaining. Kahit, dapat nga si dito, si Takahashi ito, di ba? Ako si Takahashi. And then, Taka. Baka nalimutan ko. So, excuse me. Maganda yung dating sa akin ng match na yon. Pero, ang naging downside lang nito sa akin siguro is kulang parang kulang ang dating sa akin. Iba yung feeling na pag nandyan si Takahashi, and since injured nga siya and magre-recover siya for 6 months, siguro nag-iba yung feeling ko about that match. Parang hindi kompleto, parang ganon, pero nabigyan tayo ng magandang laban, and marami ako nakikitang masyadong malaking downside about this one. So, basically, yun. And then also sa Night 2 din ng Castle Attack is Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Great Okan for the Never Openweight Championship. So maganda yung laban sa akin, but parang ang weird ata na nag-compete sila ng Night 1. And then nag-compete din sila ng Night 2. Parang ewan ko, ang weird lang nandating sa akin. Ewan ko na weirduan din kayo. Pero ang weird lang nandating sa akin ng match ng ganong scenario na nangyari. Pero accept the fact. wala akong magagawa. They did it already na Pero sana makabawi sila for that matter. So, ayun na nga, i-rate ko na in advance. So, the Castle Attack matches. So, Tetsuya Naito versus Kota Ibushi. Na binigyan ko sila ng 4 to 5. 4 to 5. And then, yung Junior Heavyweight title match was 4 to 5. 4 to 5 din. And then, move on tayo sa US. So that's the New Japan, New Beginning in US. Nauna tong New Japan sa Castle Attack, sa New Beginning kaysa doon sa Castle Attack nga. So, yun nangyari naman sa New Beginning. Parang typical na US match sa akin plus the environment na nandiyan ka sa New Japan. But ang nami-miss ko talaga for this one is yung team song ni Jon Moxley sa New Japan. Sobrang na-miss ko yung kanta na yon. And then sa overall match, sobrang ganda. Panoorin nyo, promise. Ang problema lang sa akin about this match is I think wrong winner. Oo, wrong winner. Kasi number one, I know Jon Moxley can't go to Japan pa until now. I don't know if pwede na siguro ngayon, pero I don't think na pwede na. Pwede na siguro kasi wala na rin namang protocols na may higpit sa Japan ngayon. He can fly na sa Japan, pero di ko pa nakikita na pupunta na ng Japan si Max ngayon. Kasi may revolution pa. Oo, may revolution pa. So, I don't think na kinol nila tong laban para mag-lead yung match ni Kenny Omega and ni Jon Moxley sa isang winner-take-all match. Hindi ko naiisip yun. Hindi ko na naiisip yun. Pero, if Kenta siguro yung nanalo, may sense. Kasi wala nang ibang championship sa New Japan, kundi yung World Heavyweight Championship, which is merged now with the Intercontinental, and then yung Never titles, yung Tag Team titles, and yung US title, which is basically nasa strong na, if I'm not mistaken ngayon. I think doon na siya mag-i-stay or pwede pa rin magpunta sa Japan yung champion, especially events like G1 and New Japan Cup. Pero New Japan Cup wala ata si Max doon. Wala si Max doon. So, parang okay lang sa akin yung laban, but nag-expect ako ng I think mas magandang laban na sa tingin ko pwede mahigitan yung mga matches na nakikita natin sa Tokyo Dome o ganon. Pero di na ako umasa. So, ito na. Yung rating ko for Jon Moxley versus Kenta match is 3.5/5. I think, yun na yun. Yun na yung pinakamataas siguro. Nakulangan ako kasi sa call. Medyo daw nagandaan sa final call nitong match. And I think, yun na yung pwede kong mabigay for that one. So, yun na. So, let's move on to NXT this week. Yung mga importanteng nangyari sa NXT for this week's episode of NXT. So, syempre, ang dapat na main event dito is MSK versus Oni Locan and Danny Burch for the NXT Tag Team titles. Pero unfortunately, inassault niya last week yung MSK nga ng GYB, so hindi sila nakapag-compete. Parang ang dating sa akin nun, parang in-elevate nila yung sa women's tag team titles because of this one. So, alam mo na, pichi-pichi lang yan. And then yun, so let's move on to the most important parts of that show. So, the women's tag team titles between Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai versus the current champions Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. So, yung outcome ng match na to is obviously retain. And then, parang merong controversial na nangyari dito for this one. So, since may lumabas nga si Adam Pearce, may dala-dala siyang Raw referee. Yun na nag-call sa outcome nitong match. And nakikita natin na sobrang bullshit nun. And then, in-announce ni William Regal na meron siyang i-reveal next week na I think magpapabago daw sa landscape ng NXT. I don't know if ito na yung announcement for Tuesday Night NXT. I don't know then if ito yung bagong championship. I don't know if that's a women's championship. Well, malalaman natin next week. Pero feeling ko baka ito yung Tuesday night NXT or baka ito rin yung takeover. Pwede rin takeover na mag-announce sila doon ng takeover before WrestleMania. So, speaking of Tuesday night NXT, let's talk about it first. So, nababasa natin sa mga dirt sheet ngayon na NXT will move to Tuesday nights. Ang Tuesday nights ngayon sa wrestling is occupied by Impact Wrestling on Access TV and yung AEW Dark doon sa ano ba yan? Sa YouTube, yung Dark. And then baka ipasok na ng WWE yung NXT sa Tuesday nights. Hindi dahil tinalo na sila ng AEW multiple times sa war, na tinatawag na war, or even di rin dahil iniiwasan nila ang AEW. No. Mga fans ng AEW, wag kayong magkakamali ng sasabihin nyo. Kasi malaking kasinungalingan na dahil sa AEW kaya lilipat ng time slot to. So I think the only reason that NXT will move to Tuesdays is because of NHL, since magmo-move na yung NHL sa USA Network. And yun ang nakikita kong isa sa mga reason kaya imo-move na ng WWE ang NXT sa Tuesdays nights. 8 to 10 pa din, 2 hour pa din. And yungag-occupy sa oras ng NXT in the present is NHL na. So, National Hockey League. Baka sa mga hindi nakakaalam. Hindi po AEW, hindi rin Dynamite, hindi kahit anong show. Baka ano pang sisihin nyo, yun ang nababasa ko dun sa mga dirt sheet. Pero, alamin natin kung confirmed na yung mga dirt sheet na yan pag meron na tayong official statement or official announcements. Speaking of takeover them, meron tayong nababasa na announcements din na magkakaroon daw ng takeover on April 8. So that's, I think, Thursday or Thursday, Friday Manila time. Thursday nga, bago yun. And yun nga, in-announce niya hindi pa naman announce, pero according sa mga nakakita sa website ng WWE Network, meron dong isang takeover na possible na mag-take place sa April 8, 2021. Hindi pa natin confirmed kung magti-take place tong show. Hindi pa rin natin confirmed if totoo yon. Pero pagdasal natin na totoo para sobrang overload nung WrestleMania week natin na bunch of wrestling yung napapanood natin for those days. So, then, let's move on to balik tayo sa NXT. So, ano pa ba yung big deal for NXT this week? So, Eli Drake or LA Knight made his takeover NXT in-ring appearance, hindi match. So, nag-appear siya sa ring, nag-promo ulit as usual, blah blah blah. And wala pa rin tayo nakikitang signs na magko-compete na si Eli Drake sa NXT ring. And then, also in-announce then for next week ay malaking matches. So number 1, that's a NXT Championship match between Finn Balor and Adam Cole. And then for the Women's Championship, so that's Io Shirai versus Toni Storm for the NXT Women's Championship. Doon pa lang, grabe, panalo na agad ang tao doon. I don't know if kinonfirm siya na commercial free or limited commercials. Pero malalaman natin next week, baka gawin ulit nila yung treatment na ganon, na limited commercials or walang picture-picture, wala ring ganon. Basta abangan na lang natin. Baka mag-overtime din sila dito. So, ayan nga. Ayan na nga yung mga basic na nangyari sa NXT this week. And now, pwede na tayo mag-move on sa AEW Dynamite. So, yung Dynamite natin this week is, ang headliner nito ay isang mixed tag team match between Cody Rhodes and Red Velvet versus Jade Cargill and si Shaq. So, ang nanalo nga dito, wait, sorry. Wait lang. So, ang nanalo for that one is sila Shaq. Dahil ni Red Velvet. Hindi natin masisisi si Red Velvet for that one. I thought na mananalo din talaga dito sila Cody kasi naman Cody. Walang bago kay Cody. LOL. Pero at least pinot over ni Cody or ni Shaq yung dalawang babae. At least sila yung nag-rise for that match, and I love that stuff na I think na magandang call na hindi sila Cody and si Shaq yung final call or yung nagtapos ng match. And I don't think na may sense na yung dalawa din ang mag-e-end itong match. Pero maganda yung spot ni Shaq doon sa powerbomb, and then yung pagtakbo ni Cody kay Shaq, and then bumaksak si Shaq doon sa table. Ang ganda na ng spot na yon, pero hindi ko na siya i-rate. So, yun ang opener. Basically, that's the opener for that show. And then, also, for this week's AEW din, Dynamite, nagkaroon sila ng press conference, sila MJF, tsaka si Chris Jericho. Maganda na din yung spot na to, pero ang problema lang natin ngayon, for that one is itong mga hinayupak na to, sila Jericho I think, or Bucks, na bakit sila puro shoot? Parang nagsushoot pa din dito sa WWE. Parang nagsushoot pa din sila sa WWE. Parang din nila maiwasan na magme-mention sila lagi ng WWE dito. I don't know why or kung bakit. Parang ang labo na laging parang they want to mention them every time, or even the commentators in the AEW din nila mapigil na i-mention pa din yung WWE, which is zero sense anymore if you're going to ask me. Pero wala Diyan nabubuhay ang AEW if I'm not mistaken. And then, so Tully Blanchard is back in in-ring competition. So, nag-compete siya as a competitor. And then, tinalo nga nila yung Jurassic Express. And then, nag-return na rin dito si Shawn Spears. And the form na yung 4 horsemen ng horsewoman. 4 horsemen ng AEW. So, 4 horsemen. Woman kasi lagi naaalala ko. And then, binigyan din ng basbas ni Arn Anderson yung formation na to ng 4 horsemen. And then, also, nag-debut na rin si Paul White. And then, may ni-reveal si Paul White dito na meron daw siyang scoop na may na-sign silang Hall of Fame worthy talent. And malalaman natin yon sa Revolution. I don't know kung sino man yon, I don't know. Pero baka sino kaya yung tao na yon. Pero di pa natin alam, di pa natin malalaman. Baka Sunday pa yon, Monday Manila time. Pero balik tayo kay Paul White din. Kasi medyo may napapansin ako sa damit niya. No more BS means no more big show ata. No more bullshit. Pero ang dating kasi sa akin, ang pangit ng t-shirt, man. Pero I think if WWE does that t-shirt, baka maraming magalit dito sa WWE, panigurado ako. And then also for the AEW side then, we're going to mention that Nyla Rose defeated wait lang, si Thunder Rosa in the finals of the US bracket, and then nanalo din si Ryo Mizunami. Wait lang. I'm going to correct, guys. Ryo Mizunami. Yun. Lagi ko na nakakorek to lagi. Lagi kong sinubukan ko siya paulit-ulitin sa habang pinapanood ko tong match. So, Mizunami. Yun, Mizunami. Whatever. So, Ryo Mizunami versus Nyla Rose. And nanalo nga dito si Mizunami. And then, this Sunday nga sa Revolution, Shida will defend the women's title versus Mizunami nga. Yun nga, Japan-made match for the Revolution and for the title. Pero, mamaya natin pag-uusapan yung predictions ko. Ayun, so, and then, ano pa? Wala na ako nakikita ang big deal dito. So, yung sinabi na lang ni, wait lang, may nahanap ako eh. Wala na ako nakikita. So, that's it for our AW review. And mamaya bibigay ko yung reactions ko for, and predictions of course, for Revolution pay-per-view. So, basically, ayan na nga. So, bago tayo magpatuloy, so, Lazada 3-3 is over by the time that we are going to release this episode. So, hindi pa po tapos ang shopping experience na pwede pong maibigay ng Shopee sa inyo. So, sabi ko nga, or sabi din ng ibang endorser ng Shopee or ng Lazada, nasa Lazada lahat ng bagay. So, sa Lazada, kita natin na lahat ng binibenta doon is legitimate, hindi fake o hindi class A. Meron din doon mga products na syempre, namin pero most of the products na sell dito is legitimate and hindi fake. So, Lazada, still, nandyan pa din yung link natin for Lazada nga. So, bago kayo mag-check out, pindutin nyo muna yung link. So, that's tinyurl.com/Lazada. Wait lang. So, that's tinyurl.com/ So, TMTGSP/X Lazada PH2. Dami ko ng mistake. Diyos ko po. Pero, di ko na ni-edit to. So, again, that's tinyurl.com/TMTGSPX Lazada PH2. Sabi nga ni Mimiya and ni Catherine Bernardo, nasa Lazada. Yan. So, ayan, also din sa mga naghahanap dyan ng same-day delivery service na gusto nyong mag-deliver o magdala ng inyong mga gamit, pagkain, or goods na pwedeng maasahan nyo o pwede nyo magamit for, lalo na ngayon na mahihirapan kayong lumabas. So, meron tayong Mr. Speedy na pwede makatulong sa inyo. Ako, may offer ako sa inyo as kayo nga na listener ng podcast ko. So, please use my code Mr. Speedy XTMTGSP and makakuha ka ng 50 pesos off pag ikaw ay nag-place ng iyong first delivery with Mr. Speedy. Again, that's Mr. Speedy XTMTGSP, and yun na nga, yung first book mo ay mababawasan ng 50 pesos. So, pwede kayong mag-book via their website, mrspeedy.ph, or pwede nyo i-download yung app ng Mr. Speedy. So, that's Mr. Speedy. Mr. Speedy is available on Apple App Store, Google Play Store, and on Huawei App Gallery. Mr. Speedy is available in Metro Manila, nearby provinces, and on Cebu. So, let's move on to another round for New Japan bago tayo magpatuloy sa ibang mga natin. So, in-announce ng New Japan last Tuesday or Monday night or afternoon na they're going to merge the IWGP Heavyweight and the IWGP Intercontinental titles. So, bale, yung titles ngayon na yan is merged na and retired na. Niretire na nila to pagkatapos ng match sa 49th anniversary ng New Japan. And then, yung winner ng match na yon will be revealed as the first IWGP Heavyweight Champion between Kota Ibushi and El Desperado. So, yung belts is actually, ganun pa din, physical belt pa din, 2 physical belts. Pero, pag na-reveal na yung World Heavyweight Championship, magkakaroon na ng bagong history doon sa belts. And then, kakaroon na din ng bagong design, of course. And umaasa ako na dapat din nila ginawa to. Kasi sobrang daming negative reactions na nakukuha ngayon ng New Japan because of this one. And fuck you pa din kay Ibushi for doing that thing. Kasi sobrang nakakadismaya as a New Japan fan na pinagsama mo pa yung dalawa sa mga pinakamalalaking belts ng New Japan. And yung US nga, hindi na nga makasipot ng Japan. And then, i-merge mo pa yan dalawang belts na yan. I don't think na magandang move yun ngayon sa New Japan. Aside dun, parang ang lumalabas kasi ngayon is yung mga titles nila, like yung Never titles, parang tumaas yung prestige. I don't know if ako lang yun. Pero I think tumaas din ng konti yung prestige ng mga belts na yon. Pero, sige, let's give them a chance muna kung ano yung magiging outcome nitong one belt Ibushi thing na to. Pero, let's still pakoy pa din kay Ibushi. I'm not a fan of this idea na they're going to retire both of the belts and then they're going to make new history for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Eto, let's move on. So, also, in-announce din ng New Japan that they're going to have a New Japan Cup, obviously. So, yun na yung isa sa mga inaabangan ko for the year. Pero, di na natin siya bibigyan ng feed. Hindi ibig sabihin dahil daw manonood. Di ko lang siya bibigyan ng feed kasi sunod-sunod kasi yung mga matches for the New Japan Cup. And I don't think masusubaybayan ko ito ng sunod-sunod. So, yun na. Bigyan ko na lang kayo ng update sa page. Siguro pagka meron tayong feed na makukuha for the New Japan Cup. Yun na masisigurado ko. So, ang New Japan Cup is mag-uumpisa ng Friday, March 5 today. Pag na-release tong episode na to. And magtutuloy-tuloy yan, dire-diretso yan. Dire-diretso, what I mean is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, merong time na wala. Meron din time na meron sa mga days. Pero ang finals nito ay sa Sunday, May 21. And sa March 29 and 30, yun ang Sakura Genesis. Yun nga, Sakura Genesis. With the winner of the New Japan Cup will face the World Heavyweight Champion. Kung sino man ang magiging World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know kung anong night. Pero with the winner will face the champion at Sakura Genesis. So yun lang ang nabasa ko for that one. And then also, in-announce din ng New Japan that they're going to have a New Japan Cup in the USA side. Pero di pa natin alam kung sino-sino or meron na tayong nakuhang scoop kung sino-sino. Pero wala pa akong nakukuha na final details for the New Japan Cup dito sa USA. So ang sigurado lang natin for the New Japan US, we got some competitors in the match. So nakita ko dito si Lio Rush, if I don't know if tama ako, pero I think si Lio Rush yung isa doon. Pero the rest, di ko tanda ko sino-sino. Basta, abangan nyo na lang, mate, in the future days sa Strong, doon nila i-reveal yung mga laban for that thing. So, balik tayo sa Japan, sa New Japan Cup, nag-Japan, and then with the winner obviously will face Ibushi o kung sino man ang magiging champion ng World Heavyweight Champion. Sino man yung matatapatan noon is yun ang makakakuha ng opportunity and yung trophy of course doon sa New Japan Cup. Japan side. So, yun na. Yun na yung sa New Japan natin, New Japan side. Pero, pakyo pa din kay Ibushi. Di ko pa rin matanggap siguro na they're going to merge the belts and combine it into IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Yun talaga hindi ko matanggap for this one. And then, move on naman tayo sa America ulit tayo. So, doon muna tayo sa Impact Wrestling. So, Impact Wrestling this week is so confusing. Para sa akin, I don't know, pero confusing siya para sa akin kasi medyo parang ang dating sa akin is do you think na yung pag-reactivate nila sa TNA World Heavyweight Championship, it makes sense ba? Di ko pa alam. Kasi ang sense lang ng pag-reactivate nila for that belt is para masabi natin na world champion si Moose. Pero ang fact doon, hindi pa din. Di ko pa din nakikita yung sense na they're going to do that stuff. And then, so typical Impact naman for this week, in-announce ng Impact na ayan, may mga matches na in-announce for Genesis. I mean, Sacrifice. Ba't lagi Genesis yung nasasabi ko? So, maraming in-announce na matches for Sacrifice for March 13th pay-per-view. So, i-mention ko sila one by one. Wala naman masyadong big deal for this week's Impact. Kaya, eto na lang yung sasabihin ko for that stuff. So, we have Rich Swann versus Moose for the Impact World Championship. And then, we have TJP versus Ace Austin for the X Division. Na hindi ko pa din alam kung bakit TJP na ulit yung nagko-compete for the title. And then, Good Brothers versus Juice Robinson and David Pinday for the Impact Tag Team titles. And then Deonna Purrazzo versus ODB for the Knockouts Championship. And of course, yung sa tag team titles, women's tag team titles. So that's Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz versus Jordan Grace and si Jazz. I thought I thought in a bit na last na ni Jazz noong one-on-one nila ni Jordan. May naalala ko bigla. Pero I thought in a bit na yun na yung last niya. Pero, hindi pala. Never mind. Pero, ayan, let's move on to NXT UK. So, the biggest news in NXT UK is basically Pretty Deadly defeated Gallus to walk out as your new NXT UK Tag Team Champions. Para sa akin, a good match. Pero, hindi ako akala ko talaga, ang mananalo dito is Gallus pa din. And then, they're going to the NXT main. Pero, hindi. Ang naisip ko lang ngayon is, baka nagpunta ng NXT US yung Gallus nang wala yung Tag Team titles. Ano masasabi nyo? Pero I think that's a good call. Pero di ko na lang naiisip na mananalo tong Pretty Deadly, to be honest. Di ko lang naiisip ngayon. Pero wala. Nanalo. Yan na yung headline natin. And then For next week, we are going to talk about Kaylee Ray versus... Wait lang. Hindi ko tanda yung kalaban niya kasi if I'm not mistaken, pre-announce na tong match na to for the NXT UK Women's Championship. So, pagkakalala ko, pre-announce na to. So that's Kaylee Ray versus Meiko Satomura. Meiko Satomura for the titles. For the title nga. So, Tuesday yon tatapat. And then, Tuesday. Wait lang. Thursday. Wait. Nalilito na ako. Thursday sa atin. Thursday sa kanila. Friday sa atin. Sabog pa din ako. Pucha. Sorry. Pero sure ko, it's gonna be a good match. Pero I don't think Satomura will walk out with the championship. Baka put over na lang to. Baka i-put over niya na lang si Kaylee Ray. So, Kaylee Ray pa din. So, SmackDown naman. Let's talk about SmackDown. May big deal ba sa SmackDown? Aside kay Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns fighting over and over. yun lang nakikita kong big deal eh. And then, yung pag-announce pala ni Sasha at the Belair that they're going to fight each other at WrestleMania for the Women's Championship. And then, pretty much it. Parang yun lang yung big deal sa akin. Yun lang, seriously, yun lang. And then, in-announce din pala last week that Daniel Bryan and Jey Uso will fight inside a steel cage. And if Daniel Bryan wins, Daniel Bryan will fight Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship at Fastlane. Yun yung stipulation. And yun, pretty much it. Parang yun ang talagang big deal about the SmackDown. And then yung kay Cesaro, mention na rin natin, yung Cesaro decision na sumama kay Rollins. So, yun lang yung nakikita ko big deal for that one. So, let's move on to our Revolution predictions. So, basically, Revolution has a big card. And of course, magandang labanan to. Magandang stuff to for AEW na hindi sila nagde-daily or nagma-monthly pay-per-views. So, that's a good thing for AEW na ginagawa nila to. So, let's start the predictions. Shall we? So, the first thing we're going to talk about is the Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor versus Miro and Kip. So, I think na baka sila OC yung mananalo dito, upset. Baka upset o good win by OC Orange Cassidy and si Chuck Taylor. Pero hindi nila gagalawin si Miro. Parang pinaprotektahan kasi nila si Miro. I don't know why. Pero I think baka manalo dito sila OC. And then, let's talk about the Casino Tag Team Royal na, ano bang format to? Baka Royal Rumble format to, no? Parang Royal Rumble format na countdown Royal Rumble. I think baka di ko naalala Dark Order, pero I think Dark Order mananalo dito for this one. I don't know if may nagko-compete dito ng Dark Order, pero I think Dark Order talaga. Dark Order ni naisip ko dito. And then, yun naman sa ladder match for a shot doon sa TNT Championship. So that's Cody Rhodes versus Pentagon Jr. And then si Scorpio Sky, si Lance Archer, si Max Caster, and meron pang isang TBA na maybe i-reveal sa Dark or i-reveal during the show or maybe during the countdown or maybe Dark on Friday. Pero I think it's either Lance Archer or Pentagon. Or yung to be announced ang mananalo dito. Hindi ko naiisip na si Cody mananalo dito. Hindi ko naiisip si Cody. Pero yan. Let's move on to Sting and Darby Allin versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks in a street fight. So, I think Darby and Sting will win. Oo. Pero feeling ko baka manalo dito sila Starks and si Cage as a put over kay Sting. Yun ang naisip ko. And then so Hikaru Shida versus Ryo Mizunami for the AEW Women's Championship. I think kahit sino siguro kina Nyla Rose or Mizunami yun ang nanalo sa finals. I think retain to ni Shida. Retain to. And then Young Bucks versus Chris Jericho and MJF, the so-called legal tag team of the Inner Circle. I think Young Bucks to. Kasi may distraction sila ng The Good Brothers, or I think The Good Brothers yung mag-i-screw sa Young Bucks, and then yun, mananalo dito sa Jericho. I think mananalo sa Jericho dito by distraction, or I think Young Bucks sa mananalo dahil din sa distraction. Take your pick. And then for the main event, so that's Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega in an exploding barbed wire that match for the AEW World Championship. And the only thing that I can think o pwede ko maisip right now is I think weakness to ni Kenny, kasi most of the time nagbabound si Kenny on the ropes, and isang pagkakamali mo lang, kuryente ka dyan, for sure. Nag-explode yan. Pero I think Kenny will retain. I think Kenny will retain the title. May shenanigans, a lot of shenanigans for the match. Yan. So basically, that's it for my stuff na to. And we're going to talk about yung iba pang mga stuff na we're going to talk about sa Mania Thursdays. For this week's Mania Thursdays, we are going to talk about WrestleMania 21. So, yun ang una kong WrestleMania na napanood ever. Hindi naman na live, hindi rin live, pero ito yung una kong napanood na WrestleMania. So, sa WrestleMania na to, naalala ko yung sobrang liit na arena na Staples Center, and then yung maliit na stage, and then yung first Money in the Bank ladder match na nag-take place ever sa history ng Money in the Bank. Andito din sa WrestleMania 21 na nanalo si Edge, and then andito din yung dalawang championship match na magaganda yung laban. So that's Eddie Guerrero and Hindi si Kurt eh. Eddie Guerrero versus si Kurt nga. Naalala ko. So, yun, yung match na yun. Wait. Hindi si Kurt eh. Hindi si Kurt eh. Wait. Naalala ko na. So, that's John Cena and JBL versus John Cena versus JBL for the WWE Championship. I-edit ko na lang to. Basta sobrang sobrang ganda ng laban na yon. Props din kay JBL on that match. Sobrang, nung bata ako, nung una ko ito napanood, sobrang ayaw ko talaga sa kanya dahil I think sobrang arrogante nung gimmick niya. But lately, habang tumatanda ako, mas na-appreciate ko lately si JBL. Especially his heel work. At saka yung naging work niya during 2011, I think na-appreciate ko rin yan. And then, yung main event nitong WrestleMania na to, so that's Triple H versus Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship. Wow, sobrang grabe nung laban na yon. I think ito yung isa sa mga best big gold belt matches sa kasaysayan ng WrestleMania since na return yung big gold belt sa history nga ng big gold belt noon na binalik nila for nostalgia purposes, I guess. And then, naalala ko din dito yung Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. Man, what a match. Yun ang match ni Kurt Angle. Pero, man, I love that matches pa din. I love Kurt versus Guerrero, parehas. And then, yung Kurt versus Shawn Michaels. I love those matches though. And then, ano pa? Yung sumo match ni Akibono tsaka ni Big Show na sobrang nakakahiya para sa WWE. Akibono. Yun, sobrang nakakahiya lang na lagi ganito yung treatment kay Big Show. Sobrang nakakahinayang, to be honest, nung una ko to napanood. Sobrang nakakahinayang na ganito lang ba si Big Show? Ganito lang ba yung trip nyo kay Big Show? But seriously man, what the fuck is going on with all of you guys? Hindi ko alam na noong time na pinanood ko to noon, sobrang galit na galit ako sa booking nila kay Big Show. Na ba't ganito lang yung direction ni Big Show dito? Parang wala na kayong pakialam sa talents nyo. And the most important thing na remember ko about this WrestleMania is basically yung entrance ni Triple H na kasama yung Motorhead. Man, hindi kompleto yung experience na yon nang wala yung Motorhead. Sobrang ganda nung entrance na yon. And despite the fact na medyo cliche na yon pag may special entrance sa tatalo, but still, Batista and Triple H gave us a good match for that one na sobrang nag-bump para sa akin. So, yan. To conclude the rating to sa WrestleMania. Nung una kong pinanood to, sobrang gandang-ganda ako sa WrestleMania 2021 kasi daming good shit, maraming good spots. Nung una ko to pinanood, I think pwede ko siyang i-rate ng 8 to 10. 8 out of 10. Pero today na ako tumatanda, parang I think ito yung isa sa mga pinakamagandang WrestleMania na panood ko. I think not because of the gimmicks, not because of the matches. I think parang kompleto Kompleto Circados. May World Heavyweight titles, may entertainment, may babae, may concerts, may special entrances. I think ito yung isa sa mga special WrestleManias na dapat laging binabalikan. If gusto mong balikan, I think ito yung mga WrestleMania na pwede natin ma-recommend sa mga kaibigan natin if they want to watch wrestling na naalala nila na fake na yung wrestling ngayon, pero parang fake, obvious fake, pero hindi siya fake. Pero ito yung mga pwede ko ma-recommend na WrestleMania. So that's basically 9 out of 10. Tumaas lang ng isa. So yun na yung ating Mania Thursdays, kahit hindi na po Thursdays ngayon. So, hindi ko na siya papalitan ng pangalan kasi hanggang WrestleMania lang naman to. Kahit Friday na ako maglalabas ng new episodes for the MT Show podcast. But still, this podcast series will still Mania Thursdays for the sake of Throwback Thursdays. So, that's it for today's episode. Kahit naputol lang konti yung episode ko, that's fine. Fuck that. And yun. So, again, sinabi ko kanina sa umpisa na spoiler, abangan nyo na lang next week. Promise. Masashock kayo. Promise, masashock tayo siguro. Masashock kayo lahat on kung ano yung mangyayari and kung ano yung pwedeng mangyayari for next week. Basta importanteng araw to para sa atin and para sa lahat ng podcasters sa Pilipinas. I think, Philippines. Pero di ko sinasabing lahat kayo, syempre. So, that's it for today's episode. Follow the podcast on all of the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the MTG Show Pod. And then, listen to the podcast every Fridays on your favorite podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Anchor, and on the MTG Show Podcast app for Android phones. Also, follow the podcast on all of the social media platforms niya. That's Facebook, Twitter, and IG. And of course, may personal social media accounts on Facebook, Twitter, and IG as well. So, and also support Philippine Podcast Directory and all of the podcast na kasama sa Pipe. I mean Philippine Podcast Directory. So, that's it for today's episode. Lagi ko lang sasabihin sa inyo guys, stay safe and stay reso. See you on the next episode.